Okay, it's 7 o'clock, so let's get started. Thank you for being here. My name is Chuck Hayes, and I'm a partner in Travorium and very excited to be one. Let me talk about myself for just a minute. Um, I have been in public education for the past 39 years. Thanks to Travorium, I'll be retiring this May. And uh, during my career, I've mostly had to just struggle just to make ends meet. Uh, I've worked retail, weekend, had weekend jobs in retail, uh, taught night school for 16 years. I um, taught summer school a few times. I taught I worked in an after school program, basically doing everything I could just to make ends meet. And so during that 39-year period, I didn't travel much. One, I didn't have the money. Secondly, because I didn't have the time because I was working so much. Well, this all changed in 2023 when Natalia Hayes and I joined Travorium. Now, we joined Travorium to travel. That was our goal. And since then, things have changed in terms of Trevorm has taken off, especially for Natalia. I'm still working full time until the end of May or June. So I haven't had the kind of time I'd like to devote to Trevorian, but Natalia has done well and is taking off. So that's been great for us. But like I said, we originally just wanted to travel. Well, now it's much more than that. So Trevorium, travel more, travel better, and travel for less. And that certainly has rung true for Natalia and I. So let me talk about our founder here. This is David Hart, our founder, CEO and founder, and this is his wife, Adela. They are not typically the kind of people that you'd expect to be a CEO and wife because they are so genuine. They're easy to talk to, easy to approach, not shadowy like you would think. You know, a lot of people work for a business and never meet the CEO. It's totally different with the Hart family because they're fully invested into this company and they do everything they can to help everyone be successful. Uh, I'd like to say that David Hart is out front as a cheerleader, as a coach, as somebody who's helping people to be successful in this business. He's very visible. He and Mrs. Hart are both very visible at all conferences. He does a monthly meeting where he helps train people and motivate people, and they do a whole lot for the people working for Travorium, and I just, you know, very thankful for them. So the company specializes in customer acquisition. It was established back in March of 2013. There are opportunities in 60 plus countries on 6 continents. There are millions in sale over the last 2 years and growing. There are over 20,000 new global customers in 2024, and 2025 is looking even better. There are offices on 3 continents. The original office, corporate office, is in Temecula, California. They've since opened an office in Madrid, Spain, and now, most recently, Almaty, Kazakhstan. So, uh, Trevorium, it's a piece of the travel industry, and According to Bloomberg, travel is a $10 trillion industry and it's estimated to reach 15.5 trillion by 2033. And it's a business of dreams, easy to explain and fun to do, and it's a home-based business. You can do it from the comfort of your home, like I'm in my home office right now. Actually, Natalia's home office, but she lets me share it with her. And uh, this is a great business to be in. Travel is blowing up, and it's doing better than like does more business than oil and gas. It's like the biggest business there is. So Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. So, Travorium, the services are resorts, hotels, cruises, car rentals, theme parks, tours, activities, and entertainment. Now, there are several platforms to do all of these things, and there's different ways to use different platforms. Say entertainment. Yes, it's entertainment while you're traveling, but it's also entertainment if I decide I want to go see a movie tonight. I can use Travorium to buy cheaper tickets. So, the benefits of Travorium. Travel membership. Platinum members will receive approximately two vacations every 12 to 14 months. You earn points, you earn travel points, and you collect them and use them right away. Uh, right away, meaning you don't start losing travel points with until like I think 24 months. But believe me, if you're traveling so much, you're using your travel points a lot quicker than you would think. Now you book at travel agent rates, saving up to 60% off, getting 3% back cash back in loyalty points, which you can spend for booking more travel. It's a business opportunity also. You don't have to use it as a business opportunity. You can use it just to travel cheaper, but it's a terrific business opportunity, earning money 24/7 from anywhere in the world as residual income. So let's look at the legacy site. The travel site is better than travel agent rates. You can book hotels, car rentals, activities, cruises, and entertainment. I mentioned earlier, entertainment. You can book movie tickets even. You can book concerts. There's all sorts of things that you can book, all types of entertainment that you can book through Travorium. Now, Travoyam travel site versus retail rates, you're saving up to 60% off travel at more than 2 million hotels and resorts. So let's look at a comparison uh, between Travorium, just on the travel site, the legacy site, uh, where you're not even using your travel points yet on this site. But let's look at a trip to Monte Carlo, I'm sorry, Churchill Suites Monte Carlo in Miami Beach. Okay, here's a trip for $2,326.90 for a stay in this hotel. And then if you book the same hotel, same days, same room, same everything except for price, it's going to be $4,463.84. You see the difference there. It's a big difference. Now, here's another one. Uh, Look at this one where you're traveling, you know, uh, and you're using Expedia, or you're going to pay $293.58. Same trip at Harrah's Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, same dates, same room. Everything's the same except it's $15.46. Now, I could just keep going. Here's the same stay, and look at the huge difference here. This one is in San Diego, and it's 1,923.92 with Expedia. I'm sorry, with Trovorium versus Expedia, $5,047.56. Huge discount. And you're getting 3% cash back and loyalty points that you can use to book more trips. Now, here's where we get into using travel points. This is getaways. Getaways are awesome because we're using timeshare properties without being members of a timeshare. Like when you join a timeshare, a lot of people get tired of the maintenance fees, the cost. They can't book when they want to book. So what they do is they end up having to get a lawyer to get rid of their timeshare. With Trovorium, we're booking timeshare properties without having to be a member of a timeshare. When you join Trovorium, there is no contract. If you don't want to do Trovorium anymore, you just don't do it anymore. Okay? It's you don't have to get a lawyer to get rid of it because you never signed a contract. Nobody's going to make you stay in. But once you start receiving all the benefits that Trovorium has, you're not going to want to get out. Let's look at some of the getaways. Okay, we have Canary Island, Spain. 8 days, 7 nights in a studio. Retail rate $899. Trovorium rate after points applied $7 plus tax. Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Natalia and I were there recently. This trip right here is 8 days, 7 nights, a one-bedroom suite. Retail rate $1,299. Trovorium rate after points applied $149 plus tax. Orlando, Florida. 8 days, 7 nights, two-bedroom suite. Retail rate $1,149. Trovorium rate after points applied 142 plus tax. Now we get to world tours. And world tours are my favorite. Uh, you know, maybe because the best vacation I've ever had was on a world tour that Natalia and I did last summer to Thailand. Now, it says 100 plus destinations per year. I think this year it's more like 150. What you do is you look at a month that you can travel and you look at what's offered per month, and there's anywhere from a dozen to 20 different places you can go every month. So let's look at Venice, Italy, and a world tour. Venice, Italy, 5 days, breakfast included, glass factory tour, retail rate $1,110, Trovorium rate after points applied $249 plus tax. Dubai, five-star hotel, 6 days, breakfast daily, retail rates $1,619, Trovorium rate after points applied $379 plus tax. Something I failed to mention about world tours is that world tours are always in a four or a five-star hotel. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Five-star resort, 5 days, all inclusive, retail rate $2,199, Trovorium rate after points applied $579 plus tax. I think I'm not going to say it's going to be our next vacation, but I believe Natalia and I are going to Montego Bay, Jamaica this year. I think it's offered in March on the world tour, and Natalia and I plan to do that. Uh, I am definitely sold on the world tours because it is such a value. Las Vegas, five-star hotel, 5 days, 4 nights. Retail rate $750. Trovorium rate after points applied $19 plus tax. Incredible. $19. Hawaii. Five-star hotel, 5 days, 4 nights, breakfast included. Retail rate $1,530. Travorium rate after points applied $499 plus tax. Who doesn't want to go to Hawaii and to stay in a five-star hotel at that price? Unbelievable. New York, five-star hotel, 5 days, 4 nights, breakfast included. Retail rate $1,856. Travorium rate after points applied $399 plus tax. So there are three levels of membership. Like I mentioned earlier, there is no contract. There's never a contract. Okay. The silver. Silver's not interesting to me. It's mainly because it doesn't collect travel points. Okay. Titanium is 149 one time, and you get 150 travel points a month. And there's a monthly fee of $775. But once again, it's not the best value. By far the most popular is the platinum membership. So there's a $269.95 one-time fee that gives you access to the travel site, better than travel agent rates, world tours up to 80% off retail, getaways up to 80% off retail. And for instance, I didn't mention when we were talking about getaways, Natalia and I stayed in a uh, hotel or resort in Las Vegas this summer, and we were there for 6 days, and we had uh, two bedrooms, two bath, uh, full kitchen. It was available for as many as like 8 people. We actually had five with us, and we really had a blast at that resort. And it was only like $370 a month. Uh, I'm sorry, I Natalia corrected me. It was $370 for a week. I think we paid at another getaway. We paid like 350 for a week at Hot Springs, Arkansas, where we were on Lake Hamilton, and that was once again another two-bedroom, two-bath, full kitchen. We were there for a week. It was like $350. It was a blast. We did that to celebrate Natalia's birthday last year. So uh, back to the platinum. There is a one-time fee, $269.95, but it's better than that because when you join and pay this one-time fee, you get a complimentary trip. Now, this isn't one of the world tours or the getaways. This is contracted with Travorium by a group called Redeem Vacations, and it's not gonna be the 4-star, 5-star necessarily. Uh, Natalia was able to do it with our son. They went to Singapore and they had a blast in Singapore, and all they had to pay was the taxes and fees. So other than that, it was a free vacation to Singapore. And so when you do when you do platinum membership, you get that complimentary vacation, which is way more valuable than $269.95. Now, with the platinum membership, you get 270 travel points a month. They build up, and that's where you buy down the price of a vacation by using as many or as few travel points as you want. There's also a 135 monthly fee to be a partner or to be a member of Travorium and travel with Travorium, but there's ways around that too. Let me continue and I'll explain that. Here we go. Three to profitability. If you refer three of the same memberships, and you earn as much as you're spending. Okay. Now, what I just said, we were talking about the 135 a month. If you refer three platinum memberships, as a platinum member, you refer three platinum memberships, you earn as much as you're spending because you pay 135 a month. Let me continue. Uh, your 135 a month no longer exists once you have three platinum memberships that join with you or join you as a partner. So let's look at the business model and what makes Trivorium different. Okay, you see all these guys here, Priceline, Hotels.com, Expedia, Orbitz Booking. Okay, it looks like there's a bunch of them. There's not a bunch of them. There's two companies that own all of these, and those two companies set the prices. That's why Trivorium can beat them because there's only two of them setting the prices and they're determining how much you pay. Well, they've got to cover a huge marketing budget. They're spending all this money advertising. Trivorium doesn't do that. What Trivorium does is takes that money that would be in marketing and they give the money to you, the customer. So that's what makes Trivorium different. That's why Trivorium can beat their prices because we're not advertising. I'm advertising on my own time at my discretion. I'm talking to you about Trivorium, but there's no marketing budget about that. So let's look at compensation and to partner with Trivorium. You make money by showing others how to save money on travel. So, uh, partnership, become an independent business owner for $99.95 annually. So, if you've ever owned a business, which I have many years ago, I owned a landscape business, and I didn't get into landscaping for $99.95 a month. It cost me a lot of money just for all the equipment and things. But partnering with Trivorium, you're actually getting tax breaks and things. You're getting things that are a whole lot more valuable, and you're only paying $99.95 a month. So let me show you. We've got, once you partner with Trivorium, you've got the website, you've got the back office that you can use, you've got marketing videos, and you've got training. Training is going on daily. You can tune in to Trivorium training 7 days a week. There's always training going on. It's a turnkey business with tax advantages. Let me talk about the tax advantages. I can write off a part of my mortgage because I'm sitting in a home office right now. The computer I'm using, I can write off a portion of that. I can write off a portion of my travel. I can write off a portion of my phone bill and my internet. They're all sorts of tax advantages to being a partner with Trivorium. So instead of spending a bunch of money on things, you're actually getting tax breaks. So I talked about three to profitability earlier. When you have uh, three memberships, you refer three personal memberships, you're earning $445 daily. Remember, I talked about it was $135 a month. Well, $445 daily is $137 a month. So that you're taking care of that $135 by having three platinum memberships with you. You no longer pay the $135 because it's covered through the $445 daily that you receive. So, like I said, you earn as much as you're spending. So, beyond Platinum Director, the first step is 1-star Director. You have a left team of 8 Platinum memberships, and you had a right team of 8 Platinum memberships. You're earning a minimum of $300 a month. And you're earning a minimum of $36,000 a year because you're earning $10 daily in residual pay, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, uh, you're wondering, there's 8 platinum memberships to the left and 8 platinum memberships to the right. Where did those memberships come from? Well, I only had 3 partners as a platinum director, right? Well, to be a 1-star director, you need to have 4 partners. Okay. So you need to have referred one more. Well, that's 4. That's not 16. However, your partners also are getting partners. And that's how 4 partners turned into 16 partners. And it continues throughout. So we have 2-star director, a left team of 25 platinum memberships, right team of 25 platinum memberships. You're earning a minimum of $750 a month, $9,000 a year, because you're receiving $25 daily as residual pay. Now, once again, the same way it worked to get you 16 platinum memberships is the same way it works as 2-star director to have 50 platinum memberships. At this point, you don't have to have more than 5 personal partners to have these 50 memberships in your team. I hope that all makes sense, that your partners are gaining partners and their partners are gaining partners. That's how it grows. 3-star director, left team, 63 platinum memberships, right team, 63 platinum memberships, minimum $2,100 a month. You're earning minimum $25,000 annually because you're earning $70 daily as residual pay. Now, I keep talking about minimum this and minimum that. Well, there's a reason there's a minimum. When we're looking at 3-star director here, it's a minimum of $2,100 a month because that's what you're getting in residual income. Well, where does the $3,000 a month come from? Well, that comes from bonuses. This whole time, you're recruiting new members. Your partners are recruiting new members. You're getting bonuses through all of this, which is why your minimum may be $2,100, but your actual is more like $3,000 a month as long as your team is working. So while you only have at this point like 6 personal partners maybe, but you're working with your partners. You're working with your partners' partners, and you're helping all of them. You're coaching them. You're showing them how it works. And as a result, they're building their teams, and your team just keeps growing because you're helping others grow their team. So, 4-star director, left team, 125 platinum memberships, a right team of 125 platinum memberships, minimum $3,100 a month, minimum $36,000 a year, because you're earning $100 daily as residual income. So here is the same thing I was showing you in that last slide, but it's in table form. And it goes one step further and gets to ambassador. Now, I was talking to you about your personal partners. The one thing, we've already covered all this material except ambassador. So what I want to focus on right on this slide is the personal partners. Platinum director, you saw, you have to have 3 personal partners. 1-star director has 4, 2-star director has 5, 7-star director has 7, and a 4-star director has 8. Now, you don't just have, you're not limited to these this number of personal partners. You want to go out there and recruit a bunch of people. I know people who have 17, 20 personal partners. So nobody's stopping you from recruiting more people, but you're required to have at least this many personal partners. Now, where the number of personal partners you have quits growing, it doesn't have to grow anymore after ambassador. Now, ambassador is the level everyone is striving to reach. Once you get to ambassador, you want to go further, but ambassador is when you know you've made it. Okay, an ambassador has a minimum of 9 personal partners. They have 188 platinum memberships on their left side and 188 platinum memberships on the right side. Their daily pay in residual income is $140 per day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They have a monthly income of minimum $4,340. But look, it could be if you're getting all those bonuses, it could be as high as 10,460. Okay, you're annually earning between 80 and $100,000 a year as an ambassador. And there are other perks to being an ambassador. So let's look at ambassador. We talked about what we see on the left, 188 platinum memberships on the right and the left. You're earning $140 daily. You're earning 100,000 plus annually. But look at the ambassador lifestyle. The ambassadors take an annual vacation paid for by the company. There are global bonus pools that ambassadors have access to that everyone else doesn't. You have to reach ambassador and be at that level to get some of these global bonus pools. Now, one thing that's cool about being an ambassador, when you first make an ambassador, you get the Louis Vuitton experience. That is when the leaders in the company take you to Louis Vuitton, give you a $2,500 gift card, and turn you loose. So if you're into Louis Vuitton, that would be awfully cool. So that's just one more perk when you reach the level of ambassador. Now, pictured at the bottom here, we have the Omega watches. When you reach the level of 3-star ambassador, Trovorium gives you an Omega watch. So, compensation plan of ambassadors. We talked about the ambassador and how many platinum memberships and what it pays. We've gone there, but it doesn't stop. Once you get to ambassador, you can continue to improve financially as you gain even more members on your team. One thing I want to show you that stays the same: personal partners. You had to, at each level of director, gain a personal partner or two. Once you reach ambassador, you don't need to gain any more personal partners. You can. Nobody's going to stop you, but you don't have to, because at all the levels of ambassador, you have a minimum of 9 personal partners. Okay. That's one less thing to worry with. At this point, you're going to coach your teams and help them to make money, because if they're successful, you become more successful. So let's look at the next step past ambassador. 1-star ambassador, you have 376 platinum memberships to the left, 376 platinum memberships to the right. Your daily pay is $225. Your monthly pay, like I said, minimum 11,500 in residual pay. You're making over $150,000 a year. 2-star ambassador, you have 750 platinum memberships on the left, 750 platinum memberships on the right, daily pay of $300, monthly minimum of 18,000. You're earning 200,000 plus per year. 3-star ambassador, you have 1,250 platinum memberships on your left, 1,250 platinum memberships on your right. You're earning $400 a day, minimum 21,000 a month. You're annually earning over 250,000 a year. 4-star ambassador, 2,500 platinum memberships on the left, 2,500 platinum memberships on the right. You earn $600 a day. You're earning $30,000 minimum per month and over 360,000 a year. And five-star ambassador. 3,750 platinum memberships on the left, 3,750 platinum memberships on the right. You're earning a daily pay of $800. That's in residual income. That's you you can look every day and hey, there's another $800. Hey, it's terrific. You're earning 38,000 minimum per month and you're earning over $450,000 a year. There is unlimited daily income potential. And if you're wondering, how does it grow that much? Well, you help it grow. You help your teammates and they grow and you grow. So there are over 25,000 new members in 2024. 2025 is even doing even better. It's going to beat that this year. It's a Better Life company. You need to contact the person who invited you and ask how you can get started today. We guide you step by step and teach you all the strategies necessary for your success. Believe me, people in this company want you to be successful and they're going to help you be successful. So, thank you for taking the time to listen to my Zoom meeting. Y'all have a great evening. And like I said, contact the person who invited you and ask how you can get started today.